What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Hack Connects. In this video, we got Connect number 10, C&R Recipes. Welcome to the platform.
What's going on? I appreciate you for having me.
No doubt. I feel like since you started selling your juices, I must have got, how much you think, like 25 juices so far?
Yeah, about maybe a little bit more than that, maybe like 30.
You're going
Maybe like
crazy.
30.
That's a fact. Yeah, I've been going crazy. It's definitely, I like what you're doing as far as from a holistic, natural juicing perspective. I'm, happy the viewers get to hear you out and, hear what you got going on.
Definitely appreciate it. Definitely.
No, for sure. So before we jump into the questions, do you want to just give a quick background about your business and yourself?
All right. So my name is Corey Carey. I'm 33. I live in Mount Vernon. C&R Recipes. I sell holistic drinks, mango, pineapple, blueberry, and a raspberry. I do delivery. I ship. And like I said, I'm in Mount Vernon.
Definitely. So what inspired you, and how did you come up with the name for your company?
So inspiring was my parents, they passed away, so I wanted to do something to honor them. So I named it C&R. C&R stands for Crystal and Robert. That's my parents' names, and that's how it all started.
No, for sure. You're definitely carrying the legacy. That's dope. And when did you come into existence? When did you launch C&R Recipes?
So I launched C&R Recipes at December 30th, 2021.
Definitely. It seems like I guess the amount of volume I've seen, on like social media, the amount of volume you be selling, and it's dope to see that you're growing rapidly. So it's amazing.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
No doubt. So what was like the mission or like your goals when you launched the company? Like what were your plans and what did you want to accomplish?
So my goal was to help the community become, healthier, have healthier drinking habits, healthier eating habits. Because if you look at the lines like McDonald's, Burger King, those lines are always long. But places like that are healthier, like just sell like fruit drinks, those lines are not even long. And so it's like the neighborhood where we live is, and the community is like a fruit desert. Like it's no good food and things of that nature for us to eat. Everything is just fast food, and it's killing us.
That's a fact. Definitely got to change the narrative. I'm from Mount Vernon as well. We live pretty close to in proximity to each other. So I agree, like the McDonald's lines be crazy 24 hours, so I feel like we definitely got to change the narrative as far as pushing, healthy products, definitely juicing, and just being more aware of, what we're putting into our systems for sure.
That's so true.
Definitely. So, let's jump into the products. Like, so, like you mentioned, I know that you mentioned the flavors. Talk about some of the ingredients and, how it's beneficial to the body.
So I use ginger, which is good for the stomach lining. Helps boost the immune system. It also helps with, colds, just, fighting viruses and things of that nature. Also bladderwrack, which helps remove the toxins from the body. And it's also used as a diuretic, so it helps use the bathroom. Burdock root helps nourishes the blood, and it also removes toxins from the body. Cayenne pepper, it helps to fight off colds, and it helps with this. It helps fight stomach viruses. Black seed oil, it helps with the brain function, and it also helps with asthma. And I have agave, which is an all natural glycemic, so which that means it's a sweetener, but it doesn't raise the blood sugar. And I use lemons and limes. That's good for the skin, good for the nails, good for your hair. All that natural stuff. All the ingredients are natural. They're seeded, and they're good for you.
Definitely. It seems like you got some heavy hitters in there for sure. It's like I know we were chopping up the other day, and you go to the juice bar, you get a juice, and every ingredient that you mentioned, like the sea moss, the bladderwrack, burdock root, all those shots, so like all those additives, it's like $5 a pop. So
Right.
Let's talk about pricing. I feel like I'm getting a steal with your products for sure.
All right. So right now I have 12-ounce bottles, and for everything that's in the bottle, it's $10. I also do 7 for 60 and 14 for 100.
That's a good deal. That's a good deal for sure. So you started at basically the start of 2022. How have you been able to grow so rapidly? It seems like I've seen like a lot of testimonials. A lot of people are definitely tapping in. So what's the secret?
So I've been using social media. Is tell a friend, tell a friend. When you tell your friend, you get a free juice. All you have to do is repost. And, I'm just using the power of social media, and that's been very helpful.
That's a fact. Yeah, definitely marketing genius using our platforms to definitely grow. And speaking of, your platform, where could the viewers find you and, tap in with what you got?
So you can find me on C&R Recipes on Instagram, and you can find me on C&R Recipes on Facebook.
Definitely. All right. So let's talk about, you know, exposure. So I know we recently were just at the pop-up shop in Brooklyn, the big business pop-up shop hosted by Balance by C. Definitely a dope event, a lot of great vendors, good time, good networking, connecting, and just being in a different environment as far as from a selling standpoint. So, how have pop-up shops, and I know you got more coming, on the horizon as well. How have those been able to help you as far as gaining traction, getting exposure, and just growing your client base?
So that one was my very first pop-up shop, and I had fun. And I was just watching how other vendors, interact with their customers, and just how they had displays and how they set up things. So I was just really just focusing on how I could do better on my setup and how I could pay attention and interact with my customers a lot better. So I mean, from watching them, I feel like I learned a lot. So that's just what I really was just doing. I was just really just watching and taking everything in.
For sure. It's definitely, I feel like a learning process as far as, just running a business. And I feel like, just learning from others and, just uplifting and growing. I feel like that's, the key to success for sure.
Most definitely.
So from a business standpoint, what was one thing you learned or came across so early on that you didn't anticipate, when you were envisioning C&R Recipes? Was there something that stood out?
So I didn't think that when they people said days are slow, that they're really slow. When the
Right.
day is slow, it is slow. You could not make any money one day. Then one day you can make a lot of money. So when the days are slow, they're slow. But when they fast, they're really fast. You could make $500. You could make $300. You could make $400 in one day. And my drinks are $10. So imagine making $500 in a day or $300 a day. I mean, that's to me, that's success.
No, that's for sure. And you're a one man army, so you put in a lot of work as far as juicing, cold pressing. Talk about some of like the machinery and like some of the investments you made to enhance the production.
So I have a cold press machine. Um, it's 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 a nice size. I can make about in a day about three drinks, three juices. It's about 5 gallons each. So it takes me about 3 hours to make each 5 gallons. So each 5 gallons gives me about 50 bottles.
Mm,
So
that's smooth. That's not too bad. I know soon you have to up the ante and then get some maybe an intern or something like that to help with the process.
definitely, because it's a lot of work, 9 hours a day.
Damn. Nah, that's what's up. It's sometimes, I feel like people get that narrative, when you're self-employed or, working on a business. I feel like in that lane, it's almost like you're working more than if you had 9 to 5. It's definitely more, time you got put in and you're doing everything. You're the man of many hats. You're doing the marketing, you're doing actually, the production. So, it's definitely a lot. So that's tough.
Definitely. I like I said, I thought it would be easier, but I'm having fun doing it because I'd rather work for myself than work for someone else. It's like when you work for a 9 to 5, I'm not knocking 9 to 5, but when you working at 9 to 5, it's like you're really working for the top person to get the most money, and you're getting the crumbs. I don't want the crumbs anymore.
That's for sure. Yeah, definitely trying to push the entrepreneurship and just leadership and creating our own brands, own companies. So I appreciate what you're doing for sure.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
So it's early. You're about 3 months in. What do you got planned for the future? Like you got any new flavors coming out or any different events you're going to be attending?
So I have an event on March 5th, the Mental Health Awareness Pop-Up Shop hosted by Dizzy Brown in
Gotcha.
Brooklyn, 154 Utica Avenue.
No, definitely. Yeah, I got to pull up. I feel like all the events you hand up, I definitely got pull up, vlog, and I encourage the viewers too. If you're watching, definitely support the pop-up shops. It's definitely a good vibe, supporting local businesses and just interacting with people in the community. So, I encourage y'all.
If y'all pull up, y'all get a free juice. Your choice.
Not for sure. Last question I have for you. As far as getting into like the natural juicing industry, like what made you what like put the barrier in your back to be like, I really want to, step into this avenue and really, take it by storm?
So basically, everything happened when it's like you watch it, if you ever watch your parents and they take medicine or they take, they have diabetes, high blood pressure, things like that. You don't want that to happen to you. Like, and then when you have kids, you don't want that for your kids. And so if I don't have any kids yet, but just growing up in the community, I just don't want that for other people. I want other people to know there's alternative options, that if you take care of your body, you won't have to go through those things. You don't have to suffer, because I consider that suffering. Who wants to really be popping 6 pills, 8 pills every day? Who
Right.
wants to take insulin?
Doesn't make sense. And it's almost like, you're paying a lot of money to, pharmaceuticals, to the health system. And in return, it's almost like you're not doing yourself any justice, versus, dealing with the natural products and, healing yourself, like you mentioned, holistically. So, I feel like, you're doing a good thing just preaching, the knowledge and the facts behind your products. And, I think it's definitely going to go far. I look forward to all the new flavors. I'm definitely keep coming to you for the juices.
Also, too, I do have a new flavor. It's Raspberry 33, which is a raspberry sorrel. And in the spring, I'm going to be dropping a sea moss, sour sop, elderberry drink as well.
That's going to be dope, for sure. So yeah, Corey, I appreciate you coming on, bro. Any last remarks?
C&R Recipes, the leading holistic booster with a kick.
Def. It's been real. I appreciate you coming on, and I wish you all the best for sure.
All right, appreciate you. Thanks for having me.